So yeah, after the crash of the air tractor, the wings are in great shape. No damage to them whatsoever. Major damage, like I said, was to the nose, and of course it ripped it out here from the wing root, like I said, and that's all been epoxied back into place. But do you see how well the nose took that thing, with the exception of the crunch damage right there? I mean, and you know, ramming into the ground, into the nose, but crash proofing sure improved the odds of it not turning out like that. You know what I mean? Or the other one, whatever that one is. Yeah, that was definitely worth it. I've got a new fuselage on the way, so I'll start off crash proofing it without an initial crash. So, because the motor mount was broken on this to start with, after the first crash, so you're starting with a repair that's already, you've already got a wreck on it. So, with the new fuselage, I'll be using, bits and pieces of carbon fiber for the. And then this is basically what I did was I just made a slit in there with the razor blade and put that inside there, and then glued it back up with super glue. What there, and there, and then one underneath the bottom here. And like I said, you could, that's all that crunched when that thing hit the ground. It was right here. And it just split in these spots, which was kind of what I wanted it to do, instead of, getting all broken and exploding like that one did. So yeah, it's definitely worth crash proofing. And let's see how those go back there, in there? That's the same thing I'm going to do with, let's see if I can get this off here with one hand. I doubt it. Shit. Anyway. I'm going to take and, Christ, run some of these. Got to find one here for you. I've got some carbon fiber arrow shafts, and I'm going to drill through this part of the fuselage and put these in here. You know what I'm saying? I was going to do that through this part of the nose because it is thick enough in there to do that through that one side, except there's some gaps that's pretty thin on both of these sides right here, and that's kind of why I went with this idea here. But on the Valiant, I don't think I have a fuselage handy there. The Valiant, I'm going to do the same thing I'm going to do with the Cub, and that's run them straight through into the fuselage and glue them all up. And I'll tell you what, that should hold great. So maybe I'll do a video on crash proof, and we'll see.